Newark, New Jersey. I've been past there many a times. It's the white man's school, okay? The white man's university.
Yeah, and he's a professor of Africana studies at Rutgers University. He's dead now. It says Van Sertima was born in Carina Village, Guyana, when Guyana was still a British colony. Just like Elatar said. He retained his British citizenship throughout his life. And by the way, the so-called white man, he's not...
Why did he do that? If he's so proud about Africa or so proud about Guyana, why did he maintain his British citizenship?
Yeah.
Because you niggas like to think that you part of something royal, man.
That's right.
And them people over there, the so-called Queen of England, that ain't the real queen, man. The royal people, the original royal people are black people, man. That's Israelites, right. Man.
That's right. Yeah, and if you look at the word British, like the so-called white man have the nerve to bestow British citizenship, and he's not British. Because the term British means man of the covenant. The covenant man are the Israelites. All right? So it's not within his power to determine who's British and who's not. All right? Reading on, it says, he retained his British citizenship throughout his life. He completed primary and secondary school in Guyana, I guarantee you, which was controlled by the so-called white man.
Of course it was.
And started writing poetry.
Come on, man. Come on, poetry, man. Poetry, come on, man.
Poetry.
I don't like poetry, man. There's certain ones that if a woman says, I guess I can like it. You know? I mean, if I got with a woman and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to read you one of my poems. If I'm going to hit it, brother, go ahead and read your poem. Yeah. I'll clap too.
That's right. That's right. Hey, a lot of you niggas, you love that poet. They have that. They used to have a show, Deaf Poetry. A bunch of guys.
It's not on there no more.
Yeah, well,
because it was so damn successful, right?
Yeah, a bunch of guys get up and talk all this bullshit, all this psychobabble, and they call it
babble rhetoric and diatribes.
Exactly, and they call it poetry. Anyway, he attended the School of Oriental and African Studies. Oriental and African Studies. This guy was totally confused. At the University of London from 1959.
And I bet you the teachers were white.
Yeah.
They were white.
White, yeah.
You learned it from the white man. And like Polite said, where'd you learn? You learned that the white man gave you that Bible. Well, you know what? The white man gave this guy the Bible, what's his name? Nat Turner. Mm-hmm. Nat Turner did something good with that Bible.
That's right.
They made him a preacher, and the white slave master used to lend him out to other plantations to preach. Little did the white man know that he was setting up a damn, a rebellion, a rebellion.
Yeah, because Nat Turner knew the truth. He knew that the real people of the Bible was so-called black people. You know, Nat Turner wasn't your average so-called Negro, unlike you.
Yeah, but the Bible didn't enslave him.
Yeah.
They enslaved you with this Bible. It didn't enslave Nat Turner.
Freedom, if anything.
It didn't enslave the mind of Denmark Vesey.
Vesey, yeah.
Or Gabriel Prosser.
Yeah.
Okay, and it damn sure ain't enslaved my mind, man.
Yeah.
It liberated me, brother.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, brother. The Bible. That's right. The Bible made Nat Turner a great man, if you want to look at it, because so great that when they found Nat Turner, before they hung him, they had some guy come down and took an autobiography from him, took some statements from him, which that's the book Autobiography of Nat Turner came out of those statements. And the basic question they asked Nat Turner is, why did you do what you do or what you did? And Nat Turner said, I was called to be a prophet of the Lord.
I bet you read that out of the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, I was called to be a prophet of the Lord. And he said something about when he saw the sign, and the sign would reveal what time he was about to strike and all of that. So, yeah, that's a good point. I got this guy, John Henry Clark. It says John Henry Clark was a Pan-Africanist American writer, historian, professor, and a pioneer in the creation of Africana studies and professional institutions in academia starting in the late 1960s. He was a professor of African world history, and in 1969 founding chairman of the Department of Black and Puerto Rican Studies at Hunter College of the City University of New York. And as I'm reading this, you know what? All this is just nothing, just to get a check, just to get a paycheck. All these so-called fancy titles. He was getting into this stuff just to get a check, just to pay the bills, man. All that shit didn't mean nothing. The next one is Yosef Ben-jochannan. It says...
Say it again. Yosef, Hebrew for Joseph. Ben, son of. All right? Yayakim, Jonathan. That's Hebrew. Hebrew. Not African, not Kemetic. Hebrew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if those guys would have came out...
This guy wasn't even an Israelite. He was an Ethiopian. His father was a Cushite man,
Yep.
and his mother was an Ephraimite.
Yep, that's what it says here. Also known as Dr. Ben, is an African-American writer and historian. Ben-jochannan was born the only child of an Afro-Puerto Rican Jewish mother named Julia Mata and an Ethiopian father named Kristen Ben-jochannan in a Falasha community in Ethiopia. You know the word Falasha means false. These are the so-called Ethiopians that were claiming to be Jews.
Yeah, that's
Right.
the reason why the so-called Jews over there in Israel let them in, because over here in the States, a lot of our people are waking up to the fact that we're Jews. So the so-called Jew can't really, he can't what's the word I'm looking for? He can't deny it.
Right.
So basically, he'll do the next best thing. He'll say, oh, yeah, they are black Jews, but these are them.
Right.
He's acknowledging that these particular Ethiopians, Cushites, are Jews, but he's saying that they're Falasha Jews. When you look up the word Falasha, it means to falsify or false Jews. He's saying that they're Jews, but he's saying you're false Jews.
Yeah.
So he is admitting that the Jews may be black, but when is a so-called Jew ever going to admit that the blacks in this country, so-called blacks, are the real Jews?
Yeah.
Huh?
So-called Negroes. Yeah, and basically he was educated in Puerto Rico, Brazil, Cuba, and Spain, earning degrees, which he got from the so-called white man.
Hold up. I thought all the mystery scientists of Egypt was in Africa.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That wouldn't. None of those places are part of Egypt.
That's right. Yeah, he was
He
educated.
learned it from the white man.
That's right. That's right. He was educated in Puerto Rico, Brazil, Cuba.
What the hell do Puerto Ricans know about Egyptology? What the hell do Cubans know about Egyptology, man?
That's right.
Read on.
He was educated in Puerto Rico, Brazil, Cuba, and Spain.
What the hell does this Spain know about Egyptology, man?
Yeah.
Or Kemet?
Yeah.
Goddamn madness, man.
Yeah, confusion. Earning degrees in engineering and anthropology, which anthropology means the study of man, which we know where that philosophy goes back to, the so-called white man. In 1938, and that's the height of the so-called white man's power. In 1938, Ben-jochannan earned a BS in civil engineering at the University of Puerto Rico. Yeah, BS degree.
I got a BS degree too.
And you know what? In this day and age now, people are waking up to them degrees. They're finding out it's full of, that they're all full of shit, those so-called degrees. Because you get them, and then when you graduate, you expect to get a job, and you can't even find a job. People are saying it's better for you to get a trade, and that way, as soon as you graduate from trade school, you can go right into that trade instead of getting some BS degree. In 1939, a master's degree in architectural engineering from the University of Havana. He received doctoral degrees in cultural anthropology and Moorish history from the University of Havana and the University of Barcelona, Spain.
And the Moors have nothing to do with the Egyptians.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, so I want to read this scripture that I had because, Elder Tara said these guys, they pretty much get you and you follow anything because basically you don't do no studying. This is the book of Deuteronomy 32 and 15 on down to the 17th verse. But Judgement, which is another name for Israel, waxed fat and kicked. They are waxing fat, thou art grown thick. Thou art